All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New York Giants. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
In your face.
Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Wentz. And right away, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
This is Howard on 2nd down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's going to cut it back right. And finally taken down at the 34. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 34. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Wentz throwing complete to Arcega right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check. Lucky. Move off Horford. Let go.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run with Barkley, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Gallman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now Gallman. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show mom that he gets to play in the game.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with West. And some room to maneuver. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Running with Howard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And an alley to run. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alec Ogletree. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum.
And the pressure gets to him again. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 7-7, our score after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And the Giants first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. This is Gallman. And he stopped immediately there. Up to make the stop, the Pro Bowl safety, Malcolm Jenkins. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. From the gun, Jones. And that's caught by Smith. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with West. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Weapon. Hey, Ford Tokyo!
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. Aguilar has it. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Elliott good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Throwing on second down, Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. But now it'll be third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
This is West. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Charkandrick West with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. from the 29. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Go! You can't block me. Mike, 53. Mike. Watch this. Go!
Gallman will run it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Gallman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Come on, set. And two stop.
A first down carry for Barkley. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down, as his guys have now moved out in front. Rosas good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Marcus Golden bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, New York.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the run, it's Penny. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the Eagles,
60 outlaw. Hey, Delta.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Catch made by Slayton. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On first down, they run with Howard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Now West. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. This is Barkley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready? 2 times, 2.
Yeah.
Check. 53 is the mic. Check. 50.
Hey, Charlie. Clear.
Mike, 53.
Hey, go.
They'll try to run forward Barkley. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one.
Sharp Kendrick West, 30. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. A big play there for Philly. 62 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover him? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Come on, set, 50, plant.
Let's go, D. Shift.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you.
Hey!
That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side, West. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Wentz to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. From midfield, here's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Kareem Martin, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
On the set.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Not here.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Barkley on the counter. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Throwing Jones. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, and the Eagles defense able to hold. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Jones. That one caught by Ellison. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A toss out to Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
We want this.
On third down, Barkley. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down.
Now fourth down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Jones now throwing on fourth down. He's got his man. This is Tate. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down again. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Giants, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia,